There, I've been asked to give a brief review of interpreting leukograms. We will start with this case of a 1-year-old male castrate Barbados black-belly sheep from the island of St. Kitts. We start by looking at the white blood cell count, and we see that it is just mildly increased. Plasma protein is also increased. Recall that this is the one that is done with the refractometer, and therefore it contains all of the coagulation proteins still, including fibrinogen, which is high. So I know that this increase in plasma protein is caused by the increase in fibrinogen. That is a positive acute phase protein. Looking now at what composes the white blood cell count. Segmented neutrophils are mildly increased. Rounding up, I would say that it's about 2 points above normal. And that could be compatible with a stress leukogram or inflammation. I have to take all of the information together to tell me what's going on. I see that because there is a mild increase in bands that we do indeed have acute inflammation. Remember, bands being increased means acute inflammation. In looking at the fact that we've got 3+ toxic neutrophils, that does tell me that this is inflammatory as well. Lymphocytes are decreased, and that indicates a stress leukogram. Yes, the SMILED acronym tells us that monocytes should be increased, but this doesn't always happen. So for me, the easiest way of remembering stress leukogram is if lymphocytes are decreased. Neutrophils can be up to 2 times the upper end of the reference interval with a stress leukogram. And it is possible, as we have in this case, to have a combination of a stress leukogram and an inflammatory leukogram. If I had, let's say not this specific case, but a case with increased neutrophils and monocytes and toxic change, then I would know that that was an inflammatory leukogram that was chronic. Lymphocytosis can happen with a physiologic leukogram. That is where we have a lymphocytosis that is less than 20, and it occurs in healthy young animals. Cats more than young horses, more than dogs. And it will often be associated with a mild increase in segmented neutrophils, up to 20 as well. That's it for leukograms, and I hope this has been helpful. If you'll recall the SMILED acronym, but it could also be an inflammatory leukogram. And if monocytes are increased and segmented neutrophils are increased, that would point to a chronic inflammatory process.